Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I still really like this new music. But we gotta begin the investigation of the murder of someone we don't quite know who it is. They say it's Kyoko, I still think it's not. We gotta begin by checking the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed in a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Okay, I thought you were leaving me for a second, music. Don't leave me, man. I like you. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important, from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. Knife. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded, except it wouldn't have landed there. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. For some reason. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? That's it! It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab the same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me, except I'm forgetting that I saw Kyoko right after that. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. There you are! I thought I screwed up when clicking the knife made you go away. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. There's also a tattoo on the hand. You gonna point that out? There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? Got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one piece left. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part of that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. You know, in retrospect, from what I know about explosions, something that would have been able to send like Toko flying like that, wouldn't it have killed her? And even if it was, I mean, and even if you assume it was a small enough explosion that she was just light and flown back, would that really... Anything that would send a person flying back would probably give the body a little bit, not just set it on fire. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Although I could be wrong. I'm not an expert. I won't claim to be, but it makes more sense. I'm not gonna do research. They'll probably point it out here somewhere or something. Or someone will prove me wrong. Whatever. Let's just get back to the game. What's this? These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Yep, this thing. Panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Hold on! So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place after 7:30. The nozzle's poking out. Are those the sprinklers? Money! The best reward of all! Time to talk to people. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and?
We're serious.
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym, where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body, which was at 9 o'clock. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot right now. That's right. Had to have been right around 9 o'clock. You know, the fact that you were making him be such a dick to her, I didn't even realize you were shoving the time down my throat. Good job! So that means it wasn't shoved down my throat. You were hinting at the time and letting it sink in. There we go.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. That also means no one here could have been the killer except possibly Toko. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. No. Really? You know, that's the first time I've ever skipped that. And you're telling me that nothing happens if I don't skip it? You're just gonna let nothing happen? That is really dumb. It's a completely pointless mechanic, to be honest. What do you want to talk about?
So in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How could you know that for sure? Just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going to look around for everyone, so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. I can confirm when I arrived last night there was nobody here.
In other words,
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to go get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, we went to get Hina and Toko. We stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came out to the door. So where precisely were you? Telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so... That's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Except I just proved you're wrong with the sprinklers, you dick. Toko, did you do it? So who does the body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. I count 4 chickens. 4? I accidentally clicked wrong and got a clue. Hey, what's going on, Makoto? I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? Huh? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh. That's so weird, I wonder when it disappeared.
But...
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Did you eat it? Raw? You said you were willing to do that, but you're alive, so that's not what happened. Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground at all.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explain it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you, too. So it wasn't her blood. It was chicken blood. The Monokuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case. Tool shed, check! This room's dusty and disorganized. In other words, pretty stereotypical for a tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. But I'm gonna make sure I have to click on it myself first. Is the top wet and covered with... The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Tarp has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Nothing else matters! I think I've checked everything I need to in this area. But I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true, was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? I can find out more about her. Maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room.
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Byakuya, if you do come up with an alibi, I'll be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later, and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you or I may not. Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check around the one area. Something I have to figure out. I am not sure where that red thing would be from. So I gotta think. Where would it have been in here? Doesn't look like it has anything to do with this place. Was it the secret room? Well, let's check the bloody room. Nope. What did that thing have to... What was it? I thought it was part of the sprinkler system. Red plastic on something. Okay, maybe in here. Nope, just sunflowers. Alright, we checked the data center already. No, not the music room. Nothing in there was red. I'm pretty sure nothing in there was red. What was red? I can't... No, the art room has been used up. This floor has been used up. I can think... Maybe... Since he's mentioning a place, it's gotta be the secret room. So let's check. Where's the bathroom? Bathroom. How did she find this room anyway? Oh, I can't go in there. Well, where the... Oh, the map will tell me. The gym. Okay. So, what does it have to do with anything? Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
The bomb! Wait, why was it attached to a piece of red stuff? Or brick stuff? That doesn't make any sense. It looked like it was attached to dirt or brick or something like that. I just found something. What is it? It's... It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about it. The fragments I found in the garden. Yeah, that makes sense, because that's totally round and black and stuff. Well, I guess the explosion might have deformed it. But it looks nothing like metal. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Well, that's a very simple setup. Byakuya! Think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Kyoko! Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... and it's open. Looks like it, thanks. So this is Kyoko's room. She's done absolutely nothing to it. There's something on the table. A wooden decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. Locks. I wouldn't know, I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really, what? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo! The shaker drawers. No? Her bed. I don't see anything interesting here. Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I better not look inside. Well, that leaves nothing else. So talk to you, I guess.
What?
You want to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened to her, I should open it.
Interesting.
Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. What could it be? Surely not bed sheets. The only sheets anyone ever talks about. But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumbled up piece of paper. Class 78 student registry. Mukuru Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuru Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and blank. That's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing. And this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Mukuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in is like a completely different dimension. Like one non-fiction, other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir is already...
Found it!
Whoa, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player and a bit player becoming our hero. It's you.
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Oh, you found her profile. So what if we did?
Hey, come on now.
Don't freak out on me. I'm not going to hold it against you or anything. In case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Misagami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should maybe clarify that.
Hey,
When you all got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words...
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16, then.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of this school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know.
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense?
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out, all the time? Well, don't tell anybody I told you, but... she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get. Monokuma's account has been added to the truth bullets. That's a new one. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, on the back of her hand. That tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? That's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse. You wouldn't wear fake nails with gloves. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro is a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case?
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer. She killed Kyoko? No, Kyoko killed Mukuro, probably. Anyone would be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
And based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So in other words...
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well, then I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo are really connected.
Let's go.
Well, are you coming? Fast travel! There are wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys, like at those super traditional public bathhouses. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
It's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found in that locker, right?
That's right.
Just try it. Okay. I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock and... click! The locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. A thing that the text box is covering that's covered in blood. It's a watered up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, it means it must surely be related to the case. The duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? I think that's all the locker has to offer. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. The next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? The library! And the archive in the back of it. That's right, the archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry! Because you know that I'm the only one here who actually solves cases because you keep screwing them up too. Awesome! He knows he's stupid. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand. He went straight to the shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. That's kind of extreme. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of their group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe that there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
This all sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't that much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the reports are something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It's that Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok from Norse mythology. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, Each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo? Of Fenrir? Could that mean... Well then, we just confirmed that that's kind of sad. Never even talked to her and she's dead. Never even got to see her face.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
That one was not a recording. Then the time has come. All we can do now is try and uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together, just the two of you?
Huh?
What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourself. He'll be here any second. Any second. He show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or... Or what?
What?
Jesus. Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey,
I'm here. No rule has been broken. You're about to die from execution, aren't you, Kyoko? I am sorry. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive. That's a ghost! Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later.
Shing!
No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts into the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we've got to deal with a ghost. I told you stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you?
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? That's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account!
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. Hey, this is familiar. I really hope this entire chapter doesn't turn out into some elaborate suicide again, and that no progress is actually made for the actual trial stuff. Seems like kind of a waste, you know? This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Ah, I've been waiting for this! What'd you do to the place? It feels like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Chills! Chills! Kills!
Let's get on with the show. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. And we're gonna save and end this one here. Yeah, I don't need these earlier saves. Bam! So, my clue is still thinking that Kyoko's about to die because she killed the person. The only other possible suspect would be Hina, because she was the only one who left the room alone while I went to meet her. But we'll have to confirm all that, or deny it, or disprove it next time. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying this, and I hope to see you then. Later.